radio. You are now locked in.
Wake up to I-Axis Radio in the morning.
The future of radio and podcast.
Your number one station.
Welcome back to I-Axis Radio. We've got a packed show today, diving deep into the future of creation.
Absolutely. It's all about pushing boundaries.
You are now locked in. The future of radio and podcast.
Behind the Enemy Lines is a podcast when we talk about relationships from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. All right, so come to the front of the congregation. Now, we're going to start some trouble.
I-Axis Radio.
I-Axis Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
I-Axis Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
How we supposed to win when you tear me down every chance you get? How we supposed to try when I don't wanna give you my time? Come on, let's talk for a minute. Let me show you the difference between what I'm wanting and getting. You get nothing cause that's all you've given. Oh baby, recognize the face. I can't get back one day. Tell me why I should miss it. I'm listening. So tell me how you're supposed to make me love when for the last year of my life I felt so stuck. And tell me how I'm supposed to forget don't mind seeing you cry. I don't mind seeing you cry. How am I supposed to stop when the only thing you did for me was break my heart? How can we move on when there's nothing from you I see that I want? Come on, let's talk for a second. That mouth is talking so reckless. Explain to me why not begging couldn't make this any better. Ooh, babe, just recognize the one when you see her come. Tell me why I'm the one missing. I'm listening. So tell me how you're supposed to make me love. When for the last year of my life I felt so stuck. And tell me how I'm supposed to forgive the lies. I don't wanna see you back, but I don't mind seeing you cry. I don't mind seeing you cry. Thinking I'm the only one was a big mistake. Knowing that you owe me one was all I'm here to get. So tell me how you're supposed to make me love when for the last year of my life I felt so stuck. And tell me I'm supposed to forgive the lies. I don't wanna see you back, baby, but I don't mind seeing you cry. I don't mind seeing you cry. I don't mind seeing you cry. I don't mind seeing you
Turn me up, D-Son.
I got that shit on camera, nigga. 4K to be exact. Sitting here thinking why the hell counterfeit. Sitting here thinking that's the reason I'm legit. Sitting here thinking why they fatherhood I struggle, that's some shit I'm gonna admit. But that's behind me now though. In them small rooms I know they gon' mention me. Misery, love, company, ain't no friend, ain't no kin to me. Whispers in the wind, but they don't understand that energy. Karma is a bitch and it'll come just like a frisbee. Same niggas with you, it's them same niggas envy you. Same bitches doing all that do, they just that Betty boo. Gotta know your breed or that dog, that just that pedigree. And I'm looking at that shit at how they treated Jesus. Mine in the cloud, heaven bound, they can't reach us. Mine in the cloud, heaven bound, they can't reach us. Sitting here thinking why the hell counterfeit. Sitting here thinking that's the reason I'm legit. Sitting here thinking why they. I'm just tryna fuck and she ain't into that. Give me all that lip and I ain't into that. She want a Facebook and I ain't into that. Gotta keep on heart with no strings attached. Gotta keep that motion while my eyes open. Gotta keep it smooth, I'm talking baby lotion. Every move is calculated, it's coded motion. Every move is calculated, it's coded motion. Sitting here thinking why the hell counterfeit. Sitting here thinking that's the reason I'm legit. Sitting here thinking why they, why, bringing all this shame on my name. Can tell you things they did, but shit, I'm the one to blame. You can say my name, but my destiny didn't change. Played me strange, knew you couldn't stand the rain. Yeah. That man trying to tame you, but me, I'ma maintain. Ain't no manual to this life, I done had to switch my lane. I done had to play that game, I done had to fix my brain, I done had to buy that flame. Cause these people never change. And I'm chillin' with my brother, you know. Sitting here thinking why the hell counterfeit. Sitting here thinking that's the reason I'm legit. Sitting here thinking why they. I'm just tryna fuck and she ain't into that. Give me all that lip and I ain't into that. She want a Facebook and I ain't internet. Gotta keep my heart with no strings attached. Gotta keep that motion while my eyes open. Gotta keep it smooth, I'm talking baby lotion. Every move is calculated, it's coded motion. Every move is calculated, it's coded motion. Every move is calculated, it's coded motion.
Zilla, 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 Zilla. Classic Zilla Cartel, the classic killer that's just a sample. Classic killer that's just a sample. Classic killer that's just a sample. Technician, what up? Zilla, classic killer, classic killer, classic killer. Hey Bex, hey Bex, hey Bex. Yeah, Zilla Cartel, the classic killer that's just a sample.
Simple hand exercises. Over this Zilla Cartel, welcome to the classic
Zilla.
killer. Salute Apex Music.
Classic
Kid, Shine, I see it.
Hey Bex.
So like I said, what we're gonna do here is Zilla Cartel over classic, timeless joints. BX move. Let's get it.
Rappers get body for real, I'm a walking homie, I'm ill. A force of scholar, I send my shooters to torture lobby. Giving the chills, can't even wear any clothes around me. Rappers really lost and found me, off the boss, of course to crown me. I'm a New Yorker proudly, rolling I roam the streets. 12-12, digital scale, picture with no relief. I keep the biscuit on me, quickly I slit your don't be. If I miss a hit, your homie, built the fish, bricks is on me. Into clips is on me, then lead the back flips. I watch these niggas scatter like roaches soon as the mag spit. Ain't paying tariffs or taxes or even bitches lashes. I kill a pussy dead, hope will get your casket. I can't swim, I'm still burning bridges to ashes. Way back when we wore Nautica. You know the status, just know this killer classic. Behold, I'm known for madness. Look at all the flow we traffic. Fuck the world of road galactic. I'm a pro Atlas, New York the whole Atlas. Queens niggas know for stacking in the X, they know for fucking home east side. Yeah, nigga, there's no relaxing. When BK in the building, you know what's cracking. And shit out to Staten. We the Big Apple, Zilla Cartel, the classic killer that's just a sample. Right. Timberland, trample, snuff, nigga, one ball smooth. Can even find no luck in this bitch. He throwing horseshoes, whips with 5 on their horses, bosses with loose suits. Even
this what we doing in New York City.
Zilla. Acting like you somebody, nigga, no one knows who's. Blowing Buddha with my main shooter, we from the same school. First gram to sing hallelujah, nigga, we making moves. You want the moolah, the cream, them niggas know the rules. I watch your shit straight tape, now it's none in the bank. To paint the walls, bloodstained paint. Another rapper can spank, not only are you all at your pace. Niggas is out the rink, I have you leaking all out your face. Now we know what you ain't. The classic killer, the last of the golden era. I'm pulling flows at the cellar, unload with an overrunner. I'm big in the Gucci sweater, king of New York reminding. Nas Escobar with a tech in the army lining. My greatness looking real late, but it's perfect time. And Zilla the Apex, yo sec, you rewind him.
Yeah, BX state of mind.
Right.
BX state of mind.
BX state of mind.
BX state of mind.
Boogie down Bronx, New York.
BX state of mind.
Zilla.
Niggas thought we was gonna feature this one. We always back with another one,
now locked in. The future of radio and podcast.
Behind the Enemy Lines is a podcast when we talk about relationships from the male's point of view, but we don't exclude the ladies. All right, so come to the front of the congregation. We're going to start some trouble.
High Access Radio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to Community Megabytes on iAccess Radio. I'm your host, Devon Franklin. And yo, we gonna have a dope ass show today, man. This is basically gonna be filled with point of contentions. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a little bit of Did You Hear That Yet later on coming up at the last half hour of the show. But we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I like to get started by bringing in my brother, Devon Franklin to the set. What's going on with you, man?
My mute.
Hey, what's going on with you, pal?
Yeah, another day in paradise, man. Yourself?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm maintaining, man. You know, getting a little better in health. You know what I'm saying? You know, getting a little better in resources and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm feeling lively. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. I feel the same way, man. Just went and got a medical exam and all that stuff, blood work done yesterday. Turns out I'm a little bit healthier than I thought I was. So, you know, hey.
We'll take that. God bless. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Right. So now we're gonna get started in these conversations. So, you know, it's gonna be basically just you and I. You know what I'm saying? You know, for the day. You know what I'm saying? You have my blood boiling a little bit with some of this nonsense that you be sending me, man. You know what I'm saying? But I decided to do something unique. I decided to go the direction of what it is that you sent me, and we're gonna go through these culture wars. You know what I'm saying? For the next hour and a half, right? All right. So one of the clips that you showed, I divided into two segments or whatever have you not. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about black women getting special treatment in the job despite being mediocre. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get into this clip real quick. So let's go.
The amount of special treatment that black women get in the workplace blows my mind. They can be dumber than a box of rocks. They're given special leeway. They don't abide by the dress code. They're late all the time. And there's always an excuse. And if you're a manager and you hold them to this excuse, you're the racist because their kid or something happened in their family. And we have to stretch the rules for them. We have to overlook it. We can't say anything. Managers are afraid to approach them and confront them about the dress code, confront them about their hair, confront them about tardiness, because they'll have a video made. Somebody will say you're being racist. And so managers all over the world, owners, when you hire black women, be prepared what comes along with that. Be prepared for your other workers to feel highly uncomfortable when they're constantly seeing somebody not abide by the rules and not a damn thing is done about it.
I told you guys, black people, there is a stereotype. And this is the reason why you're not getting hired. You have a woman right here. She's telling you what you guys need to know. They feel like black people are not being held accountable. And then when they get held accountable at the job, black people complain. They have the excuse. They say that you guys are being racist, all these things. So you can't tell me that some of the stereotypes that she's saying is not true. This is the reason why black people aren't getting hired today, because there's a stereotype. You can say what you want to say about me. You can say, Marcus, you're being whatever. This is truth that she's speaking.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Would you like to narrate?
I mean, there's really not much narration to go, but what we can do is we can circle back to what I was saying, and I've been saying consistently for a long time. When you start with racism, there's little room for scrutiny on anything else. Now, I'm not sitting back talking about like there's no racism in the world and racism doesn't exist. It'd be foolish to say something like that. There is racism in the environment, in the world, in the country, in the world, period, right? There is racism there, right? But if you start with it, right, then it's lazy because you might not be coming to work on time. You might not be getting along with your coworkers or whatever it is. There might be a problem with you, but you're not really going to be willing to address that problem if you're blaming the external sources for your problems in the first place, right? If you don't do a little bit of self-reflection or self-scrutiny or whatever the case is, and you start with racism, then you're just going to end with racism because it's too neat is what it is. It's like, okay, so if this is a problem, I may have not showed up to work on time the whole entire month or whatever it was, and I had problems in this, that, and the other, and I wasn't competent or capable enough to actually grasp the concept of what this job is in that 3-month probationary period. As opposed to that self-reflection, if you start off with racism, chances are you're not going to scrutinize anything else. And so that's why I don't start with that. I try and encourage my children not to start with that or anything like that. Do a little bit of self-reflection first, and then if it ends up landing on racism, you've already gone through all the other process and all the other steps to like wipe out these things. If you were on time all the time, if you were good at your job and all this other stuff, and you still found yourself under the firing or the chopping block or something like that, but you've gone through that self-assessment and then it lands at racism, fair enough, because it still exists, but don't start there first.
Are there white people that show up for work late?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I say don't start with racism. Because again, this isn't a black person specific thing. This isn't black, white, brown, red, blue. It's about your character. It's about your execution. It's about what it is that you bring to the table. So go ahead.
But I think the bigger issue with that particular segment is that she made a generalization and classed a whole group of people predicated off of the experiences with a few. You know what I'm saying? And that's problematic when you do that. And
that's the thing, though. I know you're saying that, and I can agree to a certain extent, but you know what? It's pattern recognition. And so if you are an employer and you have a pattern of a group of people doing this thing primarily, or the majority of those people are doing a thing, you make it bad for the rest of the people that go out there and actually try and work hard and try and like produce off of their own merit and try and gain ground off of their own merit. And it sucks that people get lumped into that, but stereotypes are just that, stereotypes or pattern recognition.
Is the actions of a few, you know what I'm saying, the reason to generalize the majority?
No, but you know what? The saying is one bad apple spoils the bunch. And so, I mean, it's unfortunate, but that's human nature.
So for the white, Latino, and Asian population that choose not to work and are lazy and show up late for their job, does that rule apply to them as well?
Yeah, it does. But you know what you're doing at this point in time is a whataboutism. We're not talking about them. We're talking about our community and what our community needs to do in order to rise up. And you know what, when it comes down to that, it's not that I have very little regard for other communities or whatever the case is, but we're on the outside. Like, we're on the outside looking in. We don't have any unity when it comes down to our family. We have not all, but some, right? And so we're the poster child when it comes down to the ratchet behavior, when it comes down to all the other negative things that get lumped into a group are primarily lumped on us. And so basically this is a call to task, like, you know what, we can't get away with having lower standards and lower value as a people because everybody is watching, and we are out there sitting out there being the minstrel shows that we are, popping and twerking and doing all this other nonsense or whatever the case is. And that's exactly what the rest of the world is seeing, stereotyping and going through the pattern recognition. Not saying that it's good, but I'm saying that's what it is.
My question: in what job fields and what industries are we seeing all this twerking and popping from?
Oh, that's the entertainment industry. Well, you know what? That's the entertainment industry, nothing more, nothing less. But you cannot act like that does not influence the behaviors of people. I'll give you a quick
but
example.
hold on. But see, that's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That has absolutely nothing to do with your 9-to-5 job. And what that lady was talking about, she was talking about what managers, what the segment is talking about is what managers and supervisors are looking at on your basic 9-to-5 job. And I want to know, in what industry and what job fields are there Black women twerking it up and dropping it like it's hot?
That's not the point, man. And I think you're missing the point and you're moving the goalposts when it comes down to it. We're talking about pattern recognition when it comes down to managers and stuff like that. And if you think that's not what they're thinking, you're absolutely wrong. And that's just the way it is. Like, that's just life in general. And so if you don't want that stereotype or whatever the case is, then we have to do something to overcome that, right? Having higher standards and having higher quality in what it is that we do. But to circle back around what you asked about the industry or whatever the case is, yes, that's the entertainment industry, but that industry actually influences a lot of people to do a lot of things. Good and stupid. Let's give you a perfect example or whatever the case is. And I don't know if I'm not really keeping up with this or anything like that, but this is how this affects normal life or whatever the case is, right? Klay Thompson and Meg Thee Stallion break up or whatever the case is. Apparently this dude is a cheater and yada, 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 and all this other stuff. And he's the worst person in the world, yada, yada, whatever, right? So there's a little bit more details that go to that. But what I'm talking about specifically is the movement after that. Oh, let's all cheat on our men first. I guess there's a cheat on your man first movement or something like that. And this is an entertainer who does not live by her lyrics. Or at least that's not what was being shown while she was in that relationship with Klay Thompson. She was trying to cook. She was trying to do the whole thing. She was trying to be wifey material or whatever the case is. Wasn't shit about no WAP going on or anything like that. None of that stuff was happening. But you know what ended up happening? She ended up getting broken up with her, whatever the case is. And then there was a whole entire movement, people talking about how you need to get them before they get you, girl. That ain't got nothing to do with your relationship. It ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in your home, but you're willing to go out there and destroy your own stuff in the fight for Megan Thee Stallion. Tell me that doesn't influence.
You know what? It's funny. I was actually debating whether or not I was going to actually talk about that. And I was going to stay away from it.
The water's
but
fine.
No, I mean,
that's how that that's how the
issue when you try to compare yourself with entertainers and ball players and stuff like that is that you don't live in their tax bracket. You don't live in according to their lifestyle. And a lot of times you don't even know the in and outs of what's going on in their situations, which is one of the reasons why I was trying to I opted not to even get into engage in putting the clip together pertaining to them, even though that was a little hot topic.
It was. Now let's circle back around to this because you're right.
But what I want to do is I really do want to circle back to the back around to the rebuttal of the young lady. You know what I'm saying? And
check this out. It's not just about that. I mean, she's saying that thing about black people. Fine, whatever the case is. That's your opinion. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one and they all stink. But what it is, when it comes down to it, now, if you would say, what about white people? Or what about this people? Or what about that people? Or whatever the case is. Now, this is what I see as a pattern recognition. A lot of, I guess, I'm not even going to lump it into a group of Caucasians or this, that, and the other, or whatever, because I don't think that it's race specific. If you get on TikTok, if you're getting on all these different things and you're acting like a fool on TikTok, like the people that was dancing, the Chick-fil-A or something like that, they're all doing their dance moves and all this other stuff looks so trendy on TikTok until they find themselves being promoted to customers. And so but that's not race specific. That's pattern recognition. And so again,
I'm gonna tell you what else is pattern recognition. Recognizing that white folks always feel the need to try to police the actions and activities of black people. and whatever it is that they do. And
Isn't that a liberal thing? Isn't that a liberal thing?
I don't know what kind of thing is, but it's a sickening thing. But we're gonna get back to that in a minute as we get to this rebuttal right quick. Let's go.
Manager, you have somebody that's in the workplace telling you about yourselves.
Not a damn thing. And most businesses will stand by and will put up with mediocre performances because they want to keep their doors open and they don't want a TikTok video made about how racist they are.
Handle on that video was at Pepper's Play Zone 2, and what she said is not misunderstood. It is downright racist. She's not talking about individual behavior. She is assigning incompetence, lazy, and disruption to Black women as a group, and then warning employers about hiring them. That is textbook anti-Black bias. And here's the part people keep ignoring. Over the last year, we have seen a disproportionate number of Black women pushed out of the workforce through layoffs, terminations, and forced resignations. We are talking hundreds of thousands of Black women losing jobs while also being one of the most educated and fastest growing segments of the workforce. So when someone like her gets on TikTok and says Black women are the problem at work, that is not insight. That is a narrative that helps justify why they are being excluded in the first place.
This is the problem right here. Instead of taking the information and learning from the information, the problem with us as a people, we want to turn into racism. They're telling us about ourselves. They're telling us what we need to be better at. They're giving us the cheat code to win in the workplace. But I'm not going to take it that way. I'm going to take it as they're being racist. That's the reason why Black people.
Yeah, I only want to add a slight little clip of that dude. No disrespect, but you know what I'm saying. I have.
The first time I actually saw that video, and I've never really frequented his channel. I just saw it and was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
No, I have an issue when people try to move along the bigoted talking points. It makes you sound as stupid as the damn bigot. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that's just my feeling on that. Like I said, generalization. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about one of the most educated population in the workforce. You know what I'm saying? And you're making a grass generalization. That was the reason why I asked. In what industries are we talking about where all this quote unquote ghetto behavior is happening? And it's not saying that there's not in areas that you do see it. Because I do see it in certain places. I see it in certain fast food restaurants and certain retail spots or whatever have you not. But I'm trying to figure out in what major corporate position have I actually seen this type of erratic behavior that actually warranted that type of commentary from that lady.
So check this out. There was a video. And I didn't send it to you because, like I said, that was something that came by and I was like, wow, that's interesting. It might be something interesting to talk about. I'm not sure how people feel emotionally about that or whatever, but I'm like, facts over feelings. But there was this video that went out, right? This brother goes into a Popeye's chicken and he's like, just keeping it real. He's like, before there were a whole bunch of Black folks working out here. You didn't get your orders right. You didn't get them on time. Nothing like that. You say something about it, they got an attitude. You're almost having a fight or whatever the case is in order to get your meal right or whatever. They wiped that whole store of the employees that they had and hired a whole bunch of Mexicans. And the food is out on time. It tastes good, this, that, and the other. They have great service. They actually care about what it is they're doing. It doesn't matter what you're see, and I'm not saying that this happens to everybody. I just found it fascinating in the first place because Like,
but see, hold up. iAccess Radio said I have witnessed the described behavior by the lady in the video.
yep.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, sometimes we just got to take it on the chin, right? And instead of getting emotional about it, it's like, all right, what is this trying to teach me? And what do I have to do, not only for myself, but what do I have to teach my children in the future? Because guess what? If I teach my children that, oh, everything is racism or whatever the case is, then why would they even get out of bed?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, and you know what I'm saying. It's not, and there's not individuals that do that, but to make a mass generalization of a population that's like that, you have certain.
You see people generalizing white people
You have certain black women. You have certain women whose personality aren't even like that to even be out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, that's cartoonish. And even what you saying about the Popeyes chicken with they got rid of all the black employees. Dude, I've been to Popeyes chicken where you had all Spanish and all Indians, and the service sucked. They couldn't get the order right. I mean, it's
that one Popeyes that he was talking about, that one Popeyes location specifically.
Yes, trying to make a generalization of a population predicated off of a damn food location. That's
okay. So here's the thing though. Okay, so we'll separate the colors, right? We'll just talk about pattern recognition in and of itself. Let's not talk about black women or anything like that. Let's talk about women in general, because the Me Too movement also got a whole lot of people in hot water. And believe all women, got a whole lot of people in hot water. Believe them first. You lost your job because this person said you were sexually harassing them or whatever the case is, without any investigation or anything like that. You were on the chopping block. And so that happens to women specifically. It's not even about the color of their skin or anything like that. And so that's a pattern recognition. But in this instance, I mean, I'm not saying it's all true, but you know what? It's something to broach. It's a topic to broach. Most companies have policies on negative pattern behavior and will address the violation of such across the board. So in this instance, the supervisors or managers are failing to properly supervise. Well, here's the thing. If you supervise and they don't follow, then what do? You get that
you know how it's done. You get that paperwork going, and then that paperwork usually leads to counseling or firing. That's
right. Corrective action.
That's how that goes.
Corrective action. And let's say, all right, so here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Because corrective action done multiple times can now be misconstrued as targeting. Because if a person is constantly late and then you have action plan after action plan after action plan to address the tardiness, and then on top of them being tardy all the time, you have those action plans after action plans after action plans, but now their performance is lacking while they're there. Yeah, they may have gotten on time or whatever the case is, but now we have to address performance. Because yes, I appreciate you got here on time and you've been consistently getting here on time, but now your performance is not good enough for this, for what it is that we're trying to do. Now, at what point, if there's constant correction, constant action plans and all this other stuff, what point does then the person that's having the action plans going against them, do they start to identify this as targeting? And then now you're in hot water again, as opposed to just promoting them to customer immediately when you know that this pattern recognition is going to continue and it's going to be a fight to try and to correct it.
Yes, done properly with corrective actions done through progressive discipline.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a limit. Like, when is enough enough? If you're going to continue to try and give action plans or whatever the case is, right? And this goes on for months and months and months, and even maybe years or whatever the case is, at what point do you just finally cut the cord and say you're no longer good for business? And then at what point do they have to circle right back around and it's like, here's the evidence of me being targeted for my behavior. I don't see anybody else having action plans like that or whatever the case is, and it must be because I'm black.
What is the company's policy on that kind of behavior?
It depends on each company, because each company has different rules. And the bottom line is this: is your contribution to my company helping with that bottom line? And if it's not, then you're not, like, at some point in time, you're going to have to be promoted to customer. Because it's a business. It's about money. It's about generating revenue, getting a profit, getting out of the red so that you can actually enjoy the fruits of what your business provides, as well as the benefits of what it is that they're getting. And if you have employees that can't help assist that mission statement, then at some point in time, you got to let them go. And unfortunately, I mean, it's unfortunate that it's being lumped into the class of color. It's a personality type. It's character. It's all of that. It's like, it's a willingness to do what it is that you're supposed to do. And that's not race specific. So I don't agree with what she's saying, but the fact that she's saying it should be eye-opening.
Let me see. iAccess Radio, these standards of operation are written in the policy, and the employees are orientated before their first day on the job.
So you know the rules. And if you don't play by the rules, then what do you expect to happen?
So the limits are already established before they accept the job. So basically, you follow suit with what your standard operating procedures are.
And so this is the problem with all of this stuff that we're talking. It comes full circle, or whatever the case is. And this is why we were having the disputes and debates about DEI policies, because technically DEI policies are racist. But you have to do this.
DEI policies are racist because the DEI policies was put in place because of discrimination. So, and stop.
And that was back then, and it's not needed now.
Stop making references to DEI, because all that.
No, I'm gonna make a reference to DEI because it's important. And I'll give you another example about how DEI is a real company. You know what one of the most influential companies that was out there when it comes down to entertainment is Ubisoft. They were the creators of Assassin's Creed, amongst other things. They went to the DEI policies and all this other stuff. Oh, I'll give you another example. Electronic Arts, EA Sports, it's in the game. They were brought out by the Saudis. You know why? Because they did the whole DEI policies, as opposed to hiring for skill. They hired for the social points, if you will. They hired unskilled people. They did a terrible job. They ruined the franchises, and now those franchises are in the tank, and the other companies are actually buying them. It doesn't work. If you're in business, you're in business to make money, and it doesn't matter what.
You know, everything you said sounds exactly like the administration that complained about DEI. And everything, everybody that they put up there in the administration complaining about.
It's about the bottom line. I'm not going to sit up here on no doggone soapbox and talk about no DEI policies. And we're so proud of the DEI policies. If those policies are causing my company to go in the tank, and we said this before, if you have a property or whatever the case is, and you want to build a house on said property or whatever, I don't know about you, and I'm not going to speak for you, but I'm going to speak for myself. If I have a property that I'm trying to develop, what's
funny? I couldn't get this clip. There's a gentleman out there in Louisiana that went and addressed their council, their legislation council, as they were sitting there trying to redistrict in Louisiana, and he brought up the hell of a point where he talked about how every legislation that was ever passed through Louisiana was done by the majority white people, but the legislation was majority white. Yet they have not managed to ever bring themselves out of the bottom 10 when it comes down to education, when it comes down to jobs, and when it comes down to
Louisiana, where?
The whole state. They're in the bottom 10. And he said, and he made reference to the reason why Georgia beats them out every year, because they don't have a problem with black people prospering. Like y'all still keep trying to go on these racial talking points. But I want to get to this next clip right quick, where a white woman sues she sues because she was denied access to all black infant care facility. Let's run that clip right quick.
For these white men and these white women to stay in their freaking lane. This white woman that has filed this lawsuit is upset because she was denied entry into a black infant health program. You're a white woman. The program was made for black women, and we know why. Because black women is dying at higher proportions than any other race of people, along with their babies. That is the reason why this program was put in place, because these black women were discriminated against, because we know that black women do not get the same health care as white women. We know this. So why is it that you people always feel like you have to insert yourself in places where you don't belong? Why? You feel like you're entitled to do just that because you think.
Yes. And before we go further, I want, huh? No, I
as well.
No, I want. What's racist?
So here's the thing. All right. I know this program was set up for black women and this, that, and the other, but can't you see the separation in that in and of itself? When it comes down to the healthcare needs and all this other stuff, isn't that like food sources and whatever good healthy eating and all of that stuff? And then this lady filing a suit for discrimination or whatever the case is, you know what? If you play by those rules, then those rules will come back to you. That's the whole point. That's the point.
You know what's crazy listening to these talking points is because they come from people not acknowledging the fact that there was fucking discrimination in this country that caused these programs to be set up in the first place.
And now we're at a different time.
This is the problem. This is the problem with these talking points. Is because had there not been discrimination to where all is able to get access to health care, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a known fact that the reason why we all don't get access to health care is because white people, quote unquote, supposedly don't want black people to have health care. So they rather suffer not having everybody having health care. So black folks don't get it. You know what I'm saying? This is actually been discussed over and over and over again. And why would you even want to go to one of those facilities? In my opinion, you would want to go to those facilities to actually start trouble.
Dude, check it out, man. Now, let's say, okay, that this was the reverse. Let's say that there was a healthcare program for whites only, white women only. You know, damn well people would be sitting over here crying about racism and how come they have their programs and this and that. It's just like the white people town or whatever the case is they're building, that they want their traditional white values and stuff like that, and everybody's up in arms. But you can do that on your end.
Nobody's up in arms about no.
It doesn't make any sense to me. That's
Here's the thing, and here's the thing.
You're right. There used to be programs.
Here's the thing. Nobody's up in arms about white people wanting to move to a town to isolate themselves. And truth be told, black people wasn't fighting to be integrated. You know what I'm saying? They was fighting to have basically equal protection under the law.
Okay.
Equal protection under the law. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Now.
Keep going.
There has been a lot of progress that actually been made over the course of you know.
Exactly. Thank you.
Decades. No. They have been.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Yeah, because ultimate color at this point in time is not black or white.
What happened?
The ultimate color at this point in time is not black or white. It's green.
That was always the ultimate color.
It's always been that way, and it always will be that way.
That's always been that way. But see, that's because the whole racism thing is a place for placism anyway. I've always said that. You know what I'm saying? If we keep you fighting with each other or whatever have you not, y'all will never come together to actually talk, to actually realize that I'm fucking both of you.
All right, so here we go. This is that was great. That was a great lob. I mean, great alley-oop, man. You out here being Mark Jackson. I'm about to dunk the shit out of this. Check this out. SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center, right? Mm-hmm. They were supposed to combat discrimination and racism and all of this other stuff. Found out that they were out there paying the Aryan Nations and the KKK.
Here's the thing. I didn't give you the alley hoop. I already got that loaded in the segment. You jumping. Done.
I mean,
done. You know what I'm saying? Flag on the damn play, because I want to get into this clip where the lady was talking about how her opinion on how white folks just won't leave us alone. So this comes from my guy Philip Scott. I like looking at his at some of the stuff that he has. So shout out to him. Let's go.
Fair enough.
Not that one. The other one. Them folks won't leave us alone.
You know, as a black man who's been living in America for, all my life, one thing's for sure. You will discover something that this young sister has discovered. Let's check this out.
I'm just convinced at the end of the month, black people are never gonna be left the fuck alone. Ever. It don't matter if we mind our business. These keep coming with reasons to have discussions about us. Now, I just ran across a TikTok of this white lady bringing up how black people do prom. Why? Why are you so pressed about what the fuck we doing over here? White people work overtime, and let me not say all white people, but you know the ones I'm talking about, work overtime to find any reason to degrade the shit that we do. Y'all have y'all own way of doing shit. We don't care. But as soon as y'all see us doing something our way, now it's ghetto. And now we're baby mamas and daddies and we won't be married. Shut the fuck up. You know how many white people I know with broken homes? Cheating ass fathers? Huh? Lazy ass mamas? Yeah, I don't know why they run around here swearing up and down that they're got so much better going on for themselves. Y'all stealing, cheating, everything y'all do.
No, they can't leave us alone. They can't leave us alone. They can't stay out of our culture. They can't stay away from our establishments. They can't stay away from nothing that we got going on. It don't matter where you go, what country you in if you're black. They're going to follow you to those countries. They're going to follow you to whatever plot of land you bought. They're going to be there, okay? You better understand that they cannot stay away from us. They can't. I just figured that out a long time ago. They can't. You can say right now, okay, cool. You be over here. I'm gonna go over here and build something for us and my community. We're gonna build something over there. Just stay in your area. No, they're not be able to do that. Even I don't know if you remember when Trump was talking about, in that executive order, maybe they can segregate, and black people like, oh shoot, we can segregate different things. Oh shoot, let's bring it back. And a lot of black people were talking about bring back segregation. And guess who's complaining about it? It wasn't even black people. It was white people that didn't like the idea of a bunch of black people saying, yeah, we need to go ahead and segregate again. Why not? We would be more at peace. They didn't like it. They kept making videos about, I don't know why the black community is saying this. I'm like, shouldn't you be happy? But no, they're not happy. They always want access to us, proximity to us, and figure out what we got going on. Even though you got the internet, still, that's not good enough. They want to get actually in the presence of black people.
I mean,
That wasn't a video that I watched or anything like that, but
No. That was a video that that I pulled up because it says it's been a random thing. Been looking at a lot of the things that they have on the internet, and this seems to be random talking points pertaining to things targeting the black community, black people this, black people that. Why are black people out there marching? Why are black people mad about this? Why are black people protesting ICE? Why are black people? You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is about what the hell is going on with black folks from other people. It's like what the fuck is what the fuck is the get up when it comes down to black folks? When the fuck would y'all leave black folks alone? When black folks decide to leave you alone, you know what I'm saying? You want to come and continue to bother and harass them. Black folks haven't been running around speaking out, going about any of the nonsense that's been going on out here right now. You know what I'm saying? Outside of certain, it's outside of certain political talking points. And I was having a conversation earlier. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we tend to look on these podcasts and we tend to look on the TV and we tend to act like that's somehow a reflection of everyday life or ordinary life. These are viewpoints from individuals that 9 times out of 10, we don't know what the hell they got going on, you know what I'm saying, with themselves outside of, you know what I'm saying, them getting in front of the screen and talking their viewpoints. You know what I'm saying? Because when you walk outside, a lot of the stuff that you hear, a lot of these people screaming and complaining and woofing about, we hardly even see that. You know what I'm saying? You know, on a regular day-to-day interaction, you know what I'm saying? And this is being 1,000. On our regular day-to-day interaction, it's rarely seldom that you run into individuals on that racial bullshit. You'll have a select few that step out of pocket, you know what I'm saying, get out of line or whatever have you not, but so far in between. Even though you have a lot of people that like to get up on these microphones and get up in front of these cameras and agitate and push this viewpoint. But I like to also get into this clip right quick where a guy's actually explaining about white people not liking black joy. We're gonna do that, and we're gonna come right back and have more of this discussion. Let's go.
There's a man on social media right now creating chaos and controversy in his own community, which is the white community. They're really not happy with what he's been saying because he is talking about their inner circle and how they see the world and how they see black people, and needless to say, they're not very pleased with him. Recently, he made a statement that caused a stir. And he said, and I quote, "White people are triggered by black joy," end quote. Watch this clip, we'll come back and discuss.
I think white people are so triggered by black joy because they have zero control over it. And white people are all about control. And anything they don't get to control and manage and dictate freaks them the hell out.
They don't get to be the leader.
We've heard people saying that they feel so uncomfortable in public, and according to him, it's because of control. It's all about control, and they don't feel in control in that moment when black people are happy, pleased, self-esteem is high, self-confidence is high, and they don't need anybody else to affirm that, and they're just enjoying their lives and being joyful. It pains or triggers the other race because they want to be in control of everything and they don't control that part of their life, so it triggers them, according to him. And this video actually reminded me of things I hear from people when they're in public and there are white people around them. If they start laughing and enjoying themselves, if they turn around and look, the other folks that are around them seem very uncomfortable. Why are you so uncomfortable that I'm happy? I'm enjoying my day. I'm enjoying my dinner. I'm enjoying my colleagues, my friends, my family. Why are you so worked up about my happiness? Just recently, a video went viral of a group of women enjoying their meals and they were laughing because maybe someone said a joke or whatever the case may be. They were enjoying themselves and laughing out loud. The table seated right next to them, that is not the same race, started mimicking them and laughing and trying to poke fun of them. And these girls noticed that really quickly and started filming them and started this almost like a battle where they wanted to stand their ground and tell them that you're not going to intimidate us and shut us up. We're gonna enjoy our meal. We paid for it. We're here the same way you're here. We're a consumer. We want to eat. We want to enjoy ourselves. So we're not going to allow you to take this joy from us. So they continued enjoying themselves. But some people, it just turns them off and they leave that restaurant, or they just shrink themselves because they don't want to be judged, right? So this happens more often, and you don't hear white people admitting it. I guess that's why this man is going viral. People are like, yeah, thank you for exposing that, because we already knew this. It's just they want us to believe that we're creating this narrative by ourselves in our head, and that it's really not happening on the ground. But this man says, yeah, it happens, and the reason behind it is because we feel like we're not in control, and when we don't feel like we're in control, it triggers us. So Black joy is a trigger for them, according to Ben the Curious, the man that is ruffling some feathers right now as we speak on social media. Anyways, fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about this. I'm Wangel Zalalam. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
And once again, I want to prefer my comments by saying this is not all white people. Just like I said before, that's not all Black people. But you see the difference in
how that works, that energy.
Yeah. You see,
in the first video, you played with the white lady talking about Black women's behavior and stuff like that. We don't all live in a monolith. Not everybody is the same thing or the same way. Just like not every white person is out there triggered by Black joy or anything like this. It's a ridiculous statement.
No. I know not all white people are, but I've seen quite a few that were triggered behind Black folks sitting there chilling in the picnic, barbecuing, having a good time, minding their business. You know what I'm saying? Chilling at the pool. You know what I'm saying? Some kids swimming, minding their business. You know what I'm saying? And have some grown ass adult come fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Just because they're having a good. I've seen that. But that's not everybody. You have just like I said, not all. You do have those. Just like when we was talking about the Black women, how they act on the job. Not all, but you do have some. So don't
you think it's quite narcissistic for both sides, for both of them? The lady that was talking about that, as well as the guy that was talking about all people. Don't you think it's a tad bit narcissistic to be speaking for an entire people? Only hold yourself accountable and speak for yourself.
I think that applies to any and everybody, because so many people actually do that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But I want to get into this clip real quick. Back to Mr. Philip Scott when he's talking about because there's let's get into this Ashley Gonzalez rant right quick. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna come right back. Let's go.
You know, the Ashley Gonzalez situation that happened, of course, she was fired. But there's a white woman that's really going to come out and tell them the truth about how white folks feel about not only them in general, but any of you who think you got a proximity to whiteness. Let's go check that out.
And again, another one bites the dust. How many videos am I going to have to make to tell you, if you don't look like me, but you think because you're not Black, it's not going to happen to you? It's going to happen to you. And the irony is your proximity to whiteness is never going to save you, and the call is always going to come from inside the house. Let's not forget that just a week and a half ago, they found a 19-year-old Latino boy outside of a police department in Washington, D.C. We will never like you. We will never accept you. We will use you. We will abuse you, and then we will toss you aside. She's a dead woman walking. If she'll get drunk and get on Instagram on somebody else's page and talk like this, do you imagine what she says within the police department with other officers? So now they're thinking if she'll yap, she'll yap. So we need to worry about that. We'll never protect you. We'll never choose you. And you are not safe with us.
Well, that was a word, wasn't it?
once again, speaking for all white folks, and that's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, maybe that's how they feel about that. And I don't know this whole close proximity to whiteness or anything like that. I mean, obviously, she made a foolish decision to be speaking the way she was, and she ended up being promoted to not being a police officer. Good job. Hopefully, you got all the.
You know who actually shares those talking points? Bigots. If you listen to a bigot, they say that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? And and that's one of the things that I actually do almost respect about them, because you know what I'm saying, rather than you know the quiet one that does the sneaky shit. You know what I'm saying? The out loud one to tell you directly, we don't like you. Regardless of how many times you try to, you know, pump us up and align yourself and spew our bigoted viewpoints or whatever have you not, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you ain't nothing to us. And when we're done with you, we're gonna wash you up. I had a clip talking about my girl Candace Owens, because that was like really the perfect example on what's going on, watching how the picture that your boy put up on her, you know what I'm saying, Donald Trump, and just thinking about, you know what I'm saying, all that capping and caping that she was doing for that man to help him get, you know what I'm saying, elected not once but twice. You know what I'm saying? And to have, you know what I'm saying, basically, you know, call her subliminally a ghetto bitch, you know what I'm saying, for the world to see, you know what I'm saying, is quite a testimony. But he's not the only one that
thing that you're saying about Candace Owens, and I respect Candace Owens, don't get me wrong. I love me some Candace Owens. But if you actually paid attention to what her message was, everybody's sitting back saying that she was sitting there caping up for Donald Trump and all this other stuff. But what she was talking about, like primarily, because I watched a lot of what she was talking about, but what she was talking about primarily was the absence of fatherhood in Black families, and how the destruction of the nuclear family predominantly affects Black people more than anything else. It was an absence of fathers that she was talking about. She was talking about that. And the reason why she wasn't a part of the Democratic Party or whatever the case is, because that was the party that was talking about abortion, killing Black babies. It was the party of talking about separation, separating Black families, and all this other stuff. And so people sitting back talking about how she's a sellout or whatever the case is, she's telling the truth. And whether you like it and you can digest it and swallow it is completely up to you. That's based on your taste buds. But if you actually peel back what she was saying, she's not wrong.
No, she has points that she's actually correct, and then she also has viewpoints that she's wrong.
They go off the deep end, just like all of us do.
Oh yeah,
just like all of us do.
Yeah. But yeah.
Now, wait. Before you get into that video or whatever, whichever one you were talking about, I'm still gonna circle back to the SPLC, because this lady right here
that's where I'm getting ready to go, bro. You like I was
talking about the cop. I was talking about the cop. That lady saying that she won't be able to go anywhere and all this other stuff. Who's to say she wasn't funny to say that?
The thing is, I like how thirsty y'all are to jump on this talking point, because this is an organization that supports the Democrats. But I'm like, you know, I always say watch for the hook when you're dealing with the politicians, because just like, you know what I'm saying, we're getting ready to discuss this, you know what I'm saying, then, you know, then never mind. We're going to get into this discussion right now. Let's check out this clip right here.
2022, I was threatened by the Southern Poverty Law Center, NAACP, the Democrat Party, because I stood up for teachers in Gunnersville, Alabama that was falsely accused of racism. Now, just not long ago, indictments have dropped against the Southern Poverty Law Center. You know why? Because they was paying the KKK to do their work. And think about this. The NAACP works alongside the Southern Poverty Law Center. Isn't that ironic? I went through so much. I stood there by myself trying to protect Gunnersville, and I was always right.
Look up Southern Poverty Law Center and how they was allegedly donating millions to extremist groups. One in particular, the KKK. Blacks, if that's not enough to leave the Democratic Party, I don't know what else to tell you.
They're literally putting high school chapters of ours on a hate group next to the KKK and next to neo-Nazi groups. And I mean, we can laugh this off. There's an element to this. Remember that there was a shooter that went to the Family Research Council years ago, inspired by the SPLC list. This is them trying to make us basically surrender at Turning Point USA. We're going to do the opposite, and our students are only going to lean in even more. But they can't debate us on our ideas. They cannot have dialogue. They cannot actually go onto the merits of why they are right or why we might be wrong. Instead, they must smear us with the age-old one-liner that you are a racist or that you are a hater.
And the SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center, has been found on wiretaps, funneling money into hate groups, to KKK, Aryan Nation, all of them, the whole Charlottesville thing, all of them. They have been funneling and putting money into hate groups in order to justify their existence. So for them to continue to be relevant, they had to manufacture hate directed mainly towards black folks. So my question to black folks is, are you tired of getting played?
The Justice Department alleges SPLC defrauded donors by using their money to pay leaders and members of the extremist groups that the organization claimed they were trying to bring down. The SPLC is accused of secretly funneling more than $3 million between 2014 and 2023 to field sources, including $1 million for an informant with the neo-Nazi organization National Alliance, $270,000 to a member of the group that planned the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017, and $300,000 to a member of an Aryan Nations affiliate. The Justice Department is charging SPLC with 6 counts of wire fraud, 4 counts of bank fraud, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering.
So now, we'll go off the reporting, but considering that it comes from Fox News and they done tarred up their damn their reputation as far as being real credible.
Give me that BS. Fox News, blah blah blah. I don't give a damn where the news source comes from. That's
go ahead, shoot.
You know what? This is fascinating, and I'm not even mad about the Southern Poverty Law Center. I'm not even mad about it, about them funding racism. That's business in a capitalistic society, if you're being honest. If you have a home, right, and a pest control comes by and they're like, oh, you might have termites. No, I don't. This is a brand new home and it's already been treated and all this other. Oh, you're going to have some termites. They're going to pour some termites over there. Oh, look, it looks like you got a termite problem. So let's go ahead and get you taken care of. Give me the money. It's the same thing with all of that stuff. And so when racism gets replaced by the number or the color green, money, because if you're in business at this point in time and you want to have a racist policy, you're a fool and your business won't last very long. Black dollars spin just like white dollars and all that other stuff. And if you want to keep growing your business, then you're going to have to be dependent on all dollars, not just one or the other. But see, the conjuring up of this racism is a fascinating strategy because they know that that was on the outs. They know that it was dying down and that green was the predominant color. And so what they did is they planted this stuff in here in order to justify their existence. Because if you see the racism, if you see all of this other stuff, that justifies them that justifies them starting a bill in order to combat that. But then what happens when it's all gone? It's the same thing when it comes down to doctors, dude. They don't cure diseases because if they cured your diseases, they wouldn't have patients. That's not good for their bottom line. They'll treat your disease.
Well, now would it not be the case that the money was actually used to actually infiltrate, to actually pay off snitches that was inside the organization to get intel? Why would they do that? To get to basically infiltrate it, and I don't know.
If they infiltrated the system, like you said, and all this other stuff, right? Where were the arrests?
Yeah, I that's why I caught myself because I had to think about it. I don't remember any arrests, so I guess I can't give him a a line there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them at all in what it is that they're doing. As a matter of fact, speaking
No,
of this,
no. But what it actually does, it actually teaches you to actually pay attention. You know what I'm
your
saying?
research,
You,
yes.
you got to pay attention. Like I said before, like we always talk. We like, you know what I'm saying, you had entities that fund both sides of wars and both sides of situations, because either way it falls out, they're gonna benefit off of it.
Like I said, I'm not mad at it. I think it's brilliant. You have to conjure up something to justify your existence. You can't go out there on skill and merit and whatever and then write policies or whatever that really help the people. You justify your existence and your political position by conjuring up something that gets everybody into their emotions and feelings, because once again, racism is the low-hanging fruit. That's the emotional gravity that most people have. That's the first thing that they go is they tap into their emotions. And so why not play those emotions and get you to pay dollars and donate into this cause that's supposed to be eliminating and destroying racism.
That's why I called the Trump. That's why I called the Trump election the biblical test, because a lot of people voted for him predicated off of that racism and bigotry, and he's padding the shit out of their pockets right now, robbing them blind.
Trump voter and supporter, I can tell you vehemently that is not true. The reason why we vehemently, I disagree. The reason why we voted for Trump is because we had 4 years of lamed up president that was not in the limelight. There were people that were auto stamping him and all this other stuff. He did not have the speed on his fastball like he used to. Joe Biden 10 years ago would have been a great president.
I forgot. You're one of the other classes of the individuals that voted for, because there's separate. There's like 3 different types of people that actually voted for him. People
Did they back themselves into
people who were rich, people who think that they're going to get rich, and bigots.
No. That's not fair. That's not true. That's not qualified. And I'm going to tell you once again, I will tell you, we had 4 years of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Furthermore, I lived in California for about 11 years, so I knew what Kamala's California looked like. I knew from the time I got to California and the degradation that happened to California before I left California. I saw it. And you know what? While they were sitting over there with their authoritarian regime, locking people up for COVID, for not having COVID vaccines and all this other stuff. We like to talk about authoritarianism and whatnot, but we fail to realize that 6 years ago, there was an authoritarian regime going on here that was telling you that if you didn't get this unidentified jab or whatever the case, you couldn't work, you couldn't travel, you couldn't eat out in restaurants. Oh yeah, by the way, Gavin Newsom that told us that we had to wear masks and we can't go anywhere or any of that stuff. He was out there maskless in the most fanciest of restaurants or whatever, while everybody else was wondering if they're going to get a paycheck because their job got shut down. Stop playing with me, man. And then I got so much more, but
it's intriguing how that actually works, because
they back themselves into a corner.
You're talking about that authoritative regime, and then we look
and now they have the talking points about how this regime is so authoritarian and all this other stuff, right? It's so ridiculous.
No, it's the truth.
No, it's not, because I haven't been locked down at this point in time, right? And if we're going to talk about, all right, so we could talk about him sending a National Guard into different places and stuff like that. Here's a thought, right? You wouldn't have to send the National Guard into
he didn't bypass Congress to go blow up some drug boats out there in Venezuela and invade.
You act like every
from Iran. He didn't do that, right? He didn't buy. He
Obama did the same thing, man. Have the same energy this dude.
He didn't tariffs that got all the American people. No, hold on, slow down, bro. He didn't bypass Congress to impose tariffs that got the American people paying more money, out of their pockets for goods. He didn't do that, now, did he?
Numbers or like the deal?
We're not talking about the numbers. You brought up authoritative. That's authoritative. That's authoritative. That's I don't have because the rules is that you go through Congress. Acts of war, you decide you want to go to war, and you want to use the military in harm's way, you got to go through Congress. You want to get money for these wars, you got to go through Congress. You don't bomb first and then come back to Congress and say, I need
Obama did the same thing.
No, he did not. Obama went through Congress. That's why he was able to get funding. That's why he was able to get funding.
We can discuss it next week. I'll find the videos. It's not that hard to find.
Food prices alone have gone up 66% since Trump's tariffs increased. I mean, dude. I mean, and here's the thing: the Supreme Court has ruled that shit illegal. They're talking about whether or not these guys going to pay the American people back their money for imposing that illegal ass tax.
The point of the tariffs, like I've said,
who cares about the point? They were illegal.
Bro, you have to care about the point because we were getting shit on by the rest of the world when it comes down to these unfair deals.
What
we're the strongest nation in the world, and we're sitting over here playing fiddle with these doggone countries.
Dude, the countries that the tariffs got imposed on, they were not paying the cost. The American people who was buying the products, they were paying the cost. So what are we talking about?
We'll circle back around this at the end result, just like you said last week about
the end result is that it's done. The end result is it's finito. It's finished. The end result is that it's done. It's finito.
What are you talking about? There's still 2.5 more years of this presidency. What are you talking about?
So that's another thing about authoritative overriding court orders.
What court orders are you talking about? Are you talking about
the court orders to bring back the detainees that you sent out there to Nicaragua, El Salvador? He didn't have no authority to send them out there, and they was given court orders to bring them back, which they decided not to do. And they kept sending people out there. That's authoritative.
Yeah, they kept.
I don't have to abide by the checks and balances. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do. It's like fuck what the rules say. I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. That's what that is.
No, this is what happened. This is what I'm going to run on. These are the things that I'm going to execute on. And then he got the vote. And now we're watching to see what it is.
I don't think he openly ran on his son-in-law making business deals for the family in wartime situations that he's conducting. You know what I'm saying? Like the insider trading that's going on in the administration. This is according to reports. I'm not there. I'm not in the office. But this is according to reports about how everybody is putting in their insider trader situation so they can profit off of these wars that this government is actually governing. ISIS Radio said King Trump. Yeah. Yeah, they had a couple of the no king rallies behind that.
Why wasn't there no king's protests in 2020 when people were locked in their homes, where the children lost a year worth of their education and a year worth of their
people was actually afraid, and they was actually listening to the advisement of individuals who turned out.
No, the hell was not everybody.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. They were being extorted. It's like you take the jab, or you lose your job. That's what that was. They were being extorted. I'm not debating about the.
While we're sitting over here talking about authoritarianism, right? We're having this conversation. We're having
we're having a conversation because you're speaking.
Hold on, just hear me out. If we were under an authoritarian regime, having this conversation on Point of Contention, don't you think that would have been knocked out soon? quickly under authority. And we're not even talking about just the point of contention. We're talking about every.
I tell you what.
If this was an authoritarian regime, Donald Trump, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Don't you think those things would have been shut down?
But see, we don't pull it. I'm about to answer your question. I'm about to answer your question. If we pulled in the numbers like Jimmy Kimmel, the answer is yes.
Pulled what numbers? Jimmy Kimmel's numbers are horrible.
Jimmy Kimmel is very influential. Did he not get him off the air?
You know why he's doing what he's doing?
Did he not try to get him fired off the air a couple of times?
Check it out. Do you know why Jimmy Kimmel is doing what he's doing? Because his numbers are in the tank. And the only way that he can get his numbers back up is by being controversial. This is textbook nonsense.
Controversial.
He hasn't been funny in years. What? He's number 3. All right, there's 4 late night hosts, right? There's 4 of them, right? Jimmy Kimmel is number 3 when it comes down to ratings, and he makes $15 million a year.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure the other. I'm pretty sure the other late night hosts talk shit about Trump too. He makes it easy. He makes it easy for you too.
Authoritarian regime, then he would have been.
He makes it easy. He makes it easy. When you cover, did you hear that they trying to work a deal to actually pardon Ghislaine Maxwell? You know what I'm saying? See, these are the kind of things that makes it easy for you to talk shit about Trump.
Hold on. If pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell,
a sexual predator,
she was the mule. She was the one delivering them. I don't care. You know what? I care about the victims getting justice, and she was a middleman. And so if her getting let go or pardoned or whatever results into all the nefarious people being exposed and then taken to justice,
who's been exposed? Who's been taken to justice?
I don't know exactly what's going to go.
Your boy's been covering it from day uno.
Who's been covering it, dude? You know what? That's a ridiculous argument because the Epstein files were around during Joe Biden's administration.
Yes, but it was your boy who said that he was going to release him when he got in office.
Why didn't?
That's why I know. That's why nobody held Biden and everybody else to that, because it was your boy who got out there and said that he was going to release him. And then when he got up there, they said, "Yeah, they got the files. They're going to release him." And then all of a sudden, it's a nothing burger. And they come to find out he's mentioned in there more than Jesus is mentioned in the damn Bible. What is that?
And.
What do you mean? And we gotta close this segment out because I gotta go to my next segment and show the music. But you're gonna get tired of trying to defend this idiot, man.
No, I'm not defending him. I defend my position. That's all I can defend.
And you know the funny thing. You know the funny thing about it.
Around and do it all over again, and I had an opportunity to vote all over again, I would vote Trump.
And I know that is you 1,000%.
That's right.
I know you.
10 toes down. 10 toes down.
You're out.
Love you, man. You guys have yourselves a wonderful night.
See you next week, and we talk about something else on the Community Megabytes.
Oh, I'll send you some heat. We'll see. Yeah. All right, brother.
You gotta stop sending me that bullshit, man.
Hey, man, it's coming from black folks. Meaning that we're not in a monolith.
I got you. We gonna hear this Donnie Ross joint called "Push." Get out my fucking way, dog. We gonna from the new Donnie Ross record. Press run right here, Community Megabytes on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
iAccess Radio. You are now locked in.
Radio in the morning.
The future of radio and podcast.
Your number one station.
Yeah. Get out my way, man. You could get the sword, switchblade. Face rearranged about 6 ways. Laid up in the hospital for 6 days. Doctors gotta change your diaper, shit stains. Moving fast, slow down, you better switch lanes. I'm trying to stack and see the type of money Mitch made. In this movie, I don't die, but the game changed. Be a man, throw them hands, don't duck or fade. You wanna play, I got 10 tricks. Your skull and a cement brick, shatter every thought you had. Brush shoulders with my boss's dad. Can't tell me how to RZA, bitch, I'm the one who taught the class. Tread lightly, wear caution mask. In the foreign jag, making everybody on the corner mad. If they ain't know, I should've told them. You ain't a fag, just a dude who like to wear a bunch of women's clothing. Push, get out the way, move over. Push, it get stomped when I steamroll ya. Push, get out the way, move over. Push, it get stomped when I steamroll ya. Push, get out the way, move over. Push, it get stomped when I steamroll ya. Push, get out the way, move over. Push, it get stomped when I steamroll ya. This ain't a challenge for me, fam. I make you think twice about your life, losing value with your fans. He's a bitch and your big brother soft. Jack you for your ride, switch plates and snatch the VIN number off. Move over like Pard and Reggie. That ain't green and your leaves rolled up, looking more like garden veggies. Front line, you ain't hardly ready. Get the war vets, fight until the death or get chalk sketched. Money down, placing all bets. Move the fuck out the way, you'll be the one who get pushed next. Rise up like the stocks intended. Only thing left for you is more pain meds and doctor visits. Push, get out the way, move over. Push, it get stomped when I steamroll ya. Push, get out the way, move over. Push, it get stomped when I steamroll ya. Push, get out the way, move over. Push, it get stomped when I steamroll ya. Push, get out the way, move over. Push, it get stomped when I steamroll ya.
Available on all DSPs. Check that out, man. You know, put that in your collection. All right. Next, we're gonna get into Did You Hear That Yet? You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite segments. And we're gonna start this segment off with the singer actor Christian Keys. He got a new joint out. You know what I'm saying? And we're delightful to play this for you. The song is actually called Love Feels Like Home. And, you know, check this out. See how you vibe with it right here. Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet on iAccess Radio? Let's go.
Your love feels like home. When I wrap my arms around you, feels like vacation. Baby, I ain't playing. You're the only love I've known. If you ask me what I wanna stay here with you, baby. Your love feels like home. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. Wouldn't love it if it wasn't you. But I do. Girl, you set my soul on fire. Yes, you do. And it ain't all about the loving, but your kissing and touching is dynamite. Everything that I desire, and your love feels like home. Yeah. When I wrap my arms around you, feels like vacation. Baby, I ain't playing. You're the only love I've known. If you ask me what I wanna stay here with you, baby. Your love feels like home. You got me thinking about forever and building something real together. Oh, baby, girl, you set my soul on fire. Yes, you do. And when I talk to God about you, He gives me absolute peace. Oh, sugar, you're everything that I desire, and your love feels like home. Yeah. When I wrap my arms around you, feels like vacation. Baby, I ain't playing. You're the only love I've known. If you ask me what I wanna faith. Keep on keeping that pretty little smile on your face. Your face gonna keep every vow we make. Keep making your legs shake. Keep on keeping that pretty little smile on your face. Cause your love feels like home. Yeah. When I wrap my arms around you, feel like vacation. Baby, I ain't playing. You're the only love I know. If you ask me what I wanna stay here with you, baby. Your love feels like home. Feels like vacation. I wanna stay here with you, baby. Your love feels like home.
Your love feels like home. Christian Keys on Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet on our Access Radio? Let me know if you're feeling that one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that. It was kind of smooth. You know what I'm saying? The next record we're going to get into is a young lady who I've been, you know what I'm saying, hey, been going over that material for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like she keeps bringing that heat. She got a new joint that's a little more up tempo from, you know, from the smooth stuff that I'm normally, you know, accustomed to hearing from her. So I want y'all to check this one out. This is Sophia Bromberg. It's called Not Anybody's Baby. We got that here for you right now. Did you hear that yet? Community Megabytes on iAccess Radio. Let's go.
I thought it was normal to have clouds in your head. Look to my older generations, they say plan for the best. What if it all works out as it should? What if every person is innately good? I'm ain't good, I still like to write on paper. All of my food got flavor, balance of the give and take. What if it all works out as it should? What if every person felt so understood? Cause I feel everything, so much beauty in the pain. I am not my name, just a floating little soul that I know deep inside my core. And I'm my body, not a chamber. I don't belong to anything, not anybody's baby. But I'm so attuned, water and so in my attitude. Bronzing and flashing and thin and blue, making Monday my rendezvous. Do you believe in magic and everything? What if it all works out as it should? What if all we wanted till we could? So I feel everything, so much beauty in the pain. Not my name, just a floating little soul that I know deep inside my core. And I'm my body, not a chamber. I don't belong to anything, not anybody's baby. Not anybody's baby. No, I don't stop for time. Quantum leaping left and right. I've started on my heartbeat. Now I drift away with peace of mind. No, I don't stop for time. Quantum leaping left and right. I've started on my heartbeat. Now I drift away with peace of mind.
Not Anybody's Baby, Sophia Bromberg, Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet? Shout out to the Minty Men and Terra Vocals by Jamel in the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Hello. Yeah, I thought that record was pretty cool. It's pretty smooth. A little different from the most of the music that I hear from that young lady. All right? Shout out to Sophia Bromberg. The next record that we're going to get into is from a gentleman that I got a chance to, that I had the privilege to watch, come up, doing his music, doing his thing. you know what I'm saying, for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? He's been running around doing a lot of the shows and the festivals, you know what I'm saying, in the immediate area where we be at, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, this is Vilo, aka Tony Manzana from the Fams Music Group. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Fams. This is Vilo, aka Tony Manzana, and the song's called Para Me. Right here, Community Megabytes on iAccess Radio. Did you hear that yet? Let's go.
Ever since we met, I knew you was the one for me. You was the one for me. Listen. Hold on. In your room, putting your makeup on, making sure the lighting's right, listening to your favorite song, ready to go out on the night. Subconscious about your lashes, is the lipstick the right color? Well, if I realize that you perfect and you different from the others, scared to get your heart broke again. You treat all the guys the same as the last. You put your heart in the box cause you're scared of the monsters from the past. I promise this feeling won't last ever since we met. I knew you was the one for me. You was the one for me, baby. Desde cuando te vi sabía que tú eras para mí. Eras para mí, mami. Ever since we met I knew you was the one for me. You was the one for me, mami. Ever since we first met, it's true. I know you was ever said. Every note I play you the melody. Every word I sing you the beat. Walking on cloud nine, no signs of rain. La primera vez que yo te vi, yo quiero sentir tu piel. Tú eras todo lo que yo soñé. We started out as friends, playing pretend. Caught up in your energy. Ever since we first met, I knew you was the only one for me, baby. The only one for me, mami. Desde cuando yo te vi, desde cuando yo te vi, sabía que tú eras para mí. Tú eras para mí, mami. Ever since we met, I knew you was the one for me. You was the one for me, yeah. Ever since we met, I knew you was the one for me. You was the one for me, yeah. If you wanna drink, pour, pour. It's on her if you know I'm tryna pull up and get closer. And they tryna hold up, hold up. Ride it down for like keep on my solid like a pistol in a holster. It's crazy in a room full of people. The only one I see is you. I know you mine, don't believe in love no more. So let me show you what my love is true. Cause you deserve the stars and the galaxies. There's everything in between. Born to be a queen, you the woman of my dreams. Let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away. Cause you deserve the stars and the galaxies. Everything in between. Born to be a queen, you the woman of my dreams. Let's dance the night away. Let's dance the night away. Desde cuando yo te vi, sabía que tú eras para mí. Tú eras para mí, mami. Tú eras para mí, mami. Ever since we met, I knew you was the one for me. You was the one for me, yeah. Ever since we met, I knew you was the one for me. You was the one for me, baby.
Yes, sir. Vilo, a.k.a. Tony Manzana, para me. Right here, Community Megabytes. Straight out the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? What's going on now? Now, we're going to take the... We're going to head out to Oakland with this next joint right here. This next record is from the gentleman that I got a chance to interview last year. You know what I'm saying? He brought us a video, The Life. He's back with a new one, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna check this out, see how you're able to vibe with this new joint. This is T Roy, aka Reezy, and the song is called Dance Like It's 92. And we got that for you right here, Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet? On iAccess Radio. Let's go.
Rolling over the Golden Gate, city waking up, hear the Charlie breaks. Started where the corner boys to the orchestrate. Dreams in the concrete trying to generate. Now it's rooftop views by the waterline. Now it's champagne toast while the skylight shine. From the scope to the world, yeah, the stars align. I'm 20 summers in, yeah, it's perfect timing. Mama said move smooth, never chase the shine. Now it's cognac glass in my cufflink shining. From the blocks to the church, yeah, it's perfect in line. Now the whole city moving when I'm rhyming. DJ, let it breathe real slow. Let the horns come in, let the live drums roll. That's that cookout classic with a global glow. Dance like it's 92, y'all. Let's go. Say it, bounce with it, slide with it. 92 vibe, let's ride with it. I said, hey, okay. Dance like it's 92 all day. I said, bounce with it, slide with it. 92 vibe, let's ride with it. I said, hey, okay. Dance like it's 92 all day. Yeah, sun's out, shades on, feeling real cool. Slide to the function like I made all the rules. DJ spin it back, don't play it low. If it ain't got that bounce in the party, don't move. Hold up, who got the vibe on lock? Got the crowd hella lit when the beat drop. Got two-stepping out his flip-flops. Auntie's all feeling, but she's still on top. I'm like, wait, let me talk my talk. I'm a smooth operator when I hit that walk. From the phone 15 where we mobbing floss. Now the whole world copy how the bass just talk. Left side bounce, right side lean. If you feel that slap, go and step on the scene. When I step on the stage, whole crowd go yay. From the 415, let me hear y'all say. I said bounce with it, slide with it. 92 vibe, let's ride with it. I said hey, okay. Dance like it's 92 all day. I said bounce with it, slide with it. 92 vibe, let's ride with it. I said hey, okay. Dance like it's 92 all day. When I say two-step, you say slide. Two-step, two-step. When I say old school, you say vibe. Old school, old school. When I say two-step, you say slide. Two-step, two-step. When I say old school, you say vibe. Old school, old school. Slide on them, glide on them. Keep it playing my when we ride on them. From the 415 to the globe. Dance like it's 92, let's go. I said slide on them, glide on them. Keep it playing my when we ride on them. From the 415 to the globe. Dance like it's 92, let's go. I said bounce with it, slide with it. 92 vibe, let's ride with it. I said hey, okay. Dance like it's 92 all day. I said bounce with it, slide with it. 92 vibe, let's ride with it. I said hey, okay. Dance like it's 92 all day.
T-Roy, a.k.a. Reezy, Dance Like It's 92. Community Megabytes, did you hear that yet? Cool, smooth little vibe. I like that. I like that record. The next record we're going to get into is a young lady, you know, delivering us something nice and smooth. She go by the name of Keisha Adams. The song is called Loving You. We got that for you right here. Let me know if you're feeling this joint. Community Megabytes, did you hear that yet? Let's go.
Ever since the day I met you, my friends say there's a change in my attitude. Cause I don't call, I don't come around unless I'm with you. Can't concentrate, I don't wanna think. When I daydream of you, I don't wanna blink. Don't wanna sleep, don't wanna think. Unless it's about you, about you. Loving you, loving you. It's all I wanna do every day, every day, every night.
I like that.
Loving you. It's all I wanna do every day, every night. wanna shut down, way down. The only time I can't purring is when you come around. Feel baby, what you do. You're an expert, 24/7. You're putting it to work. The only time I vibe is when I vibe with you. The only pony I ride is when I ride with you. I don't wanna do nothing unless it's with you. Loving you, loving you. It's all I wanna do. Every day, every night. Come on. Loving you. It's all I wanna do. Every day, every night. Loving you. All I wanna do. Every day, every night. Every day and every night. Loving you. That's right. All I wanna do. Every day, every night. Loving you. I love the way you hold me. I know the way you squeeze me. Every night. Every day and every night. Loving you. Loving you. It's all I wanna do. Every night. And every night. Feels so good. Please don't stop. Feels so good. And then you hold me. Feels so good when you touch me.
Loving You, Keisha Adams, right here. Community Megabytes. Did you hear that? Yeah, I like that. I like that record. The next record that we're gonna get into, record's called Body Talking, and we got that for you, man. Let me know if you're feeling this record right here. You know what I'm saying? It's smoothed out right here. Community Megabytes. Did you hear that? Yeah. Let's go.
I know that you love me, I know that you care, I know that you miss me when I'm not there. They said it was over, but to tell you the truth, sometimes I hate it when I know she's with you. Baby, I can't take it when my mind starts racing, like my heart keeps breaking all the time. If I had you here with me, I'd make it so you never leave. Every time your heart beats that it's mine. Whatever you want or need, baby, I'll be, 'cause my body's talking. My body, whatever you want or need, baby.
sir. Body Talking K, Community Megabytes. Did you hear that yet? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, that will conclude our segment that will conclude our show for this evening. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother, Devon Franklin, Point of Contentions. You know what I'm saying? We're going to come back next week and hit y'all with some more hot topics, something to talk about, you know what I'm saying, something to think about. You know what I'm saying? Like this particular show that we just got finished doing, you know what I'm saying? There's so many people in the world, you know what I'm saying? And, from all different backgrounds, nationalities, races and creeds, religions, religious ideologies and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You got to carry, I'm not going to talk about, whether or not curiosity or whatever have you, not to reach out to your neighbor or stuff like that or whatever have you not. But, we all human. We all go through the same struggles and same stripes in life. You know what I'm saying? So, live, love life. Take care of each other. The last record we're going to close this out with is my man from Connecticut, Master MC. He got a record, he got a visual for us. It's called Buen Venides a Ma Salva. Take care of each other. Peace.
Yeah. Dice, tienen guille de Rambo, se creen unos guapos. Vamos pa' la selva pa' que vean como los casos. Uno, van cayendo, son fracasos. Son fracasos. Tienen guille de Rambo, se creen unos guapos. Vamos pa' la selva pa' que vean como los casos. Uno, van cayendo, son fracasos. A balazos y flechazos le doy su descanso. Tienen guille de Rambo, se creen unos guapos. Vamos pa' la selva pa' que vean como los casos. Uno, van cayendo, son fracasos. A balazos y flechazos le doy su descanso. Soy suicidia como las puertas de un Lambo. Siempre ando listo pa' tirarme el par de trambo. Desde que nací estoy guerreando. Internacionalmente estamos conectados. Blanca como nieve, tu mundo congelando. Mucho hielo en mi cuello, facturando. Sigan velando mientras sigo escalando. Sus sueños atraso, sigan mamando. Se vive en la movie. Yo soy Freddy Krueger. Para mí, ustedes unos losers. En tarima verán cómo brillan las luces. Mira cómo en tu gata se introduce. No quiero revoluciones porque tengo los switches pa' que no madrugues. No quiero revoluciones porque tengo los switches para que no madrugues. Tienen guille de Rambo, se creen unos guapos. Vamos para la selva pa' que vean como los casos. Uno, van cayendo, son fracasos. A balazos y flechazos le doy su descanso. Tienen guille de Rambo, se creen unos guapos. Vamos para la selva pa' que vean como los casos. Uno, van cayendo, son fracasos. A balazos y flechazos le doy su descanso. Bienvenidos a mi selva, tengo espada como Zelda. Un león en huelga, con mucha hambre cazando mi presa. Rimas gruesas, grasosas como hamburguesa. Espero que mi mundo no te interesa. Fresa, mis palabras y mis bolas pesan. Bregando los bancos en la mesa. Tú eres de los que chupan la viveza. Ustedes cállense la boca, ustedes son unos socas. Payasos del género que nadie los menciona. Perdona que los ofenda de esta forma y los enferme con mi moda. Es que yo vivo a lo que se joda. Juego con su mente como los botones de una consola. Y le ajusto los pensamientos a mi hora. Hace tiempo no me tiraba algo así. Master MC. Tienen guille de Rambo, se creen unos guapos. Vamos pa' la selva pa' que vean como los casos. Uno, van cayendo, son fracasos. A balazos y flechazos le doy su descanso. Tienen guille de Rambo, se creen unos guapos. Vamos pa' la selva pa' que vean como los casos. Uno, van cayendo, son fracasos. A balazos y flechazos le doy su descanso.
of radio and podcast.
Behind the Enemy Lines is a podcast when we're talking about relationships from the male's point of view. But we don't exclude the ladies. All right, so come to the front of the congregation. We're going to start some trouble.
High Access Radio.